All right, let's talk about something that a lot of guys get tangled up in, maybe without even realizing it. We're diving deep into the nice guy syndrome. You know, the idea that if you're just agreeable enough, if you just play nice enough, you'll eventually get the life, the love, and the respect you want. But here's the twist. It almost never works. In fact, it usually backfires. Big time. Let's get into why.
Does this hit a little close to home? That feeling that you're doing everything right, but you're constantly getting overlooked? If you ever feel like your kindness is taken for weakness, or that you're always the giver and never the receiver, well, you're in exactly the right place.
So let's figure this out. How do you know if this is actually you? We're going to do a quick gut check, a little nice guy test. As I go through these next few questions, just be honest with yourself. No judgment here, just a simple yes or no.
Seriously, think about it. Are you the guy who just nods along to keep the peace, even when everything inside you is screaming no? Do you spend a ton of energy just trying to make sure everything is smooth, that nobody's ever upset with you?
Are you the go-to problem solver? You know, the one who swoops in to fix everyone else's mess, secretly hoping that they'll see how valuable you are, how much they need you?
Okay, this one's a big one. Let's be real. Do you feel this underlying frustration, like something's just off in your relationships? Maybe you feel more like a brother or a buddy than a man who is truly desired. And finally, how about this? This nagging feeling of resentment. That sense that you're putting in 110%, but your emotional bank account is always overdrawn. Sound familiar?
Hey, if you found yourself nodding along to any of that, just take a breath. You are so far from being alone on this. This is an incredibly common pattern, and just realizing it, just putting a name to it, that's the first and most important step to changing it.
So what is really going on here? What's the psychology behind this? For that, we've got to look at the incredible work of Dr. Robert Glover. He makes it crystal clear. This isn't about being a genuinely kind, good person. It's a specific, flawed strategy for navigating the world, a strategy that's destined to fail.
Let's break this down, because every word here matters. Maladaptive strategy is just a fancy way of saying it's a game plan that doesn't work. At its core, there's this deep-seated belief that you're somehow flawed, which creates this desperate hunger for other people's approval. And to get that approval, you hide who you really are and what you really want.
You see, the whole nice guy operating system is built on a foundation of sand. It runs on a set of hidden rules, these secret deals that he thinks he's making with the world, but he's the only one who knows the terms.
And Dr. Glover has a brilliant term for these hidden rules: covert contracts. Think about that. They're secret, one-sided deals. The internal logic is, okay, if I do all these nice things for you, then you owe me love or sex or appreciation in return. The problem? The other person has no idea they've even been entered into a contract.
And this thinking shows up in three major ways. First, this belief that just being a good guy is an automatic ticket to being loved and wanted. Second, the idea that other people should be mind readers, that they should just know what you need and give it to you without you ever having to risk asking. And third, this fantasy that if you just follow all the rules, life will be perfect and easy. It's a setup for failure because none of these are based in reality.
So why does this matter so much? What's the big deal? Well, when these covert contracts inevitably get broken, and they always do, the fallout is messy. It's damaging, and it seeps into every single corner of your life. Living this way is like being a human pressure cooker with no release valve. When people don't hold up their end of a deal they never made, all that niceness curdles into resentment. It leaks out in passive-aggressive comments and actions. You end up feeling totally alone and stuck because you've literally trained yourself not to ask for what you actually want and need.
But here's the good news. There is a way out. And the goal is not to become a jerk or an asshole. The goal is to become what's called an integrated man. This is about taking all the pieces of yourself, the good, the bad, the strong, the vulnerable, the light, the dark, and bringing them together into one authentic, powerful whole.
And just look at the difference here. This is a total paradigm shift. On one side, the nice guy lives in victimhood, thinking life happens to him. The integrated man takes radical responsibility. On one side, you have people-pleasing. On the other, you have authenticity and strong boundaries. In dating, you go from hiding your intentions to being transparent and self-respecting. It's a move from bottling up your emotions to understanding them, and from running away from failure to using it as fuel for growth. It is a complete shift from a reactive life to a proactive one.
Okay, so the theory is powerful, but let's get practical. How do you actually do this? Let's talk about a few concrete, game-changing strategies you can use, especially when it comes to the world of attraction and dating.
You know the friend zone? It's basically the black hole of nice guy syndrome. It happens when you're seen as safe and comfortable, but not exciting or desirable. To break out of that, you have to create something called sexual polarity. Think of it like two magnets. It's that powerful, attractive tension that's created when a solid, grounded masculine energy meets a flowing, radiant feminine energy. It's about showing up as a man, not just a nice person.
And here's a super simple, practical framework for this, the 3 T's. First, touch. Breaking that physical barrier, a light touch on the arm, the back, early and appropriately, signals that your intent is romantic, not platonic. Second, tease. Playful teasing shows confidence, it shows you're not intimidated, and it creates a fun, compelling dynamic. And third, tell. Don't ask, tell. Lead the interaction with playful but firm authority. Instead of, what do you want to do now? Try, grab your coat, we're going to this great spot I know. That leadership is incredibly attractive.
And this really gets to the heart of the matter. This whole journey, it isn't just about getting a different result with women or getting a promotion. It's about building a life that is deeply, authentically fulfilling. Because you can have all the external success in the world, but if you feel hollow inside, is that really winning?
So I'll leave you with this challenge. Don't try to change everything overnight. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, ask yourself this. What is one small, tangible step you can take today to be a little more authentic? Maybe it's saying no to a request you don't have time for. Maybe it's sharing an opinion you'd normally keep to yourself. Start there. Your journey to becoming an integrated man starts with that single authentic choice.